You carry a universe in your head, 100 billion neurons, with more connections than there are stars in our galaxy. And yet we live as if we're just a name, a job title, a to-do list. We mistake the mask for the face, the temporary role for the timeless actor. For centuries, we've believed ourselves to be isolated bodies, drifting through a cold, random cosmos. But what if that story is incomplete? What if science, mysticism, and philosophy are all beginning to converge on a single, radical truth? Modern physics has taken us to the edge of the material world and shown us something baffling. At the quantum level, the universe behaves less like a machine and more like a thought. Particles exist not as solid objects, but as waves of pure potential, a cloud of probabilities. They only collapse into a definite state, into a single concrete event when they are observed. Think about that. Reality doesn't fully exist as a solid thing until something or someone looks. The act of looking seems to sculpt the very fabric of existence. The observer is not a passive bystander. The observer is a participant in the creation of reality itself. This isn't a new idea. It's an echo of what ancient wisdom has been whispering for millennia. Mystics called this fundamental reality by many names: Brahman, the Tao, God, the Absolute. They described it as a formless, infinite field of being from which all forms arise. The Tao that can be named is not the eternal Tao. In the beginning was the Word. These weren't just poetic phrases. They were attempts to describe the indescribable, a primordial consciousness, a silent intelligence that precedes and permeates everything we see. They were different languages from different cultures, all pointing to the same moon, a unified field of existence that is the source of all things. Imagine the universe as a vast, bottomless ocean. This is the Absolute, the source of everything. Every person, every planet, every star, every thought is just a temporary wave rising from this ocean. A wave has a unique shape, a distinct journey, a beginning and an end. But it is never, for a single moment, separate from the ocean itself. It is simply the ocean expressing itself as a wave. You are not a separate drop, lost and alone. You are the entire ocean, experiencing itself through your unique perspective, your individual life. You are not just in the universe. The universe is in you. We are taught from birth to forget this. Society conditions us to believe we are the wave and only the wave. It tells you you are a product, a consumer, a worker, a set of labels and achievements. It builds an identity for you out of fragile, temporary things. But your very ability to be aware, the simple, profound fact that you can say, I am, points to something deeper. That I amness is not your name, your job, or your body. It is the echo of the ocean, the consciousness of the Absolute breathing through you. It's the silent witness behind your thoughts, the stillness beneath the noise of your mind. So the ultimate mystery isn't hidden in distant galaxies or complex equations. It's right here, looking out through your eyes. The journey is not one of finding something new, but of remembering what you have always been. It's about peeling back the layers of conditioning and identity to reconnect with the source code of your own being. The real question is not, does God exist out there? The real question is, what is this reality wired to be? Bend. What happens when you stop living as a disconnected fragment and remember that you are the whole ocean, looking at itself through a single pair of eyes? The universe isn't a story being told to you. It's a story being told through you. And you are the one holding the pen. Most people don't reject God. They reject a cheap caricature they were forced to believe in. We've all seen the picture. A bearded old man on a throne in the clouds. A cosmic accountant meticulously tracking our every sin. A jealous, punishing overseer who demands constant praise and obedience. This image has been incredibly effective for thousands of years. For control, for instilling fear, for maintaining social order. But does it have anything to do with the ultimate nature of reality? Has this powerful, simple story blinded us to something far more profound? Let's strip away the dogma, the mythology, the fear. Let's ask a more fundamental question. Before any religion, before any scripture was written, there was reality itself. There was the universe, the stars, the silent laws governing them, and whatever it is that makes it all hold together. That is the absolute. It's not a persona. It's a principle. It's not a man in the sky. It's more like the operating system of existence, the fundamental source code that makes everything possible. Science points to this every day. Think about it. The laws of physics existed before the first star ignited. The mathematical constants that shape our universe were in place before planets formed. Quantum fluctuations in a void can give rise to an entire cosmos. If there are laws that precede the universe itself, what do we call the source of those laws? Is it just random chance? Or is it something far closer to the concept of God than we were ever told? Imagine a fish swimming in the ocean. The fish doesn't believe in water. It doesn't write books about water or build temples to honor it. It simply exists within it. The water is its entire reality, the medium for its life, its breath, its movement. The fish doesn't see the water because it's completely immersed in it. We are like that fish. We don't see the absolute because we are inside it. Our bodies, our thoughts, our consciousness, our very stories, they are all expressions moving within this immense, invisible field of being. This is where humanity often makes one of two errors, two sides of the same lazy coin. First, there's naive belief. I believe simply because I was told to. It's a comfortable position that outsources thinking and avoids difficult questions. On the other end, there's naive denial. If I cook, unsee it with my own eyes, or measure it with my instruments, it doesn't exist. This is just as intellectually shallow, mistaking the limits of our perception for the limits of reality. Both positions stop short of the real inquiry. So, the truly profound question isn't, does God exist? A better question is, why does anything exist at all? Why is there order instead of pure chaos? Why has the universe produced consciousness, the ability to be aware of itself? Why is reality comprehensible in the first place? That we can even ask these questions is the greatest miracle. Call it God, Brahman, the Tao, the quantum field, the unified source. The label is secondary. The names are just fingers pointing at the moon. What truly matters is the recognition that something deeper is holding this entire cosmic tapestry together. And if that's true, it changes everything. Here's why this idea is so challenging, even frightening. If God is a distant king on a throne, we can blame him. We can pray to him for favors. We are separate, powerless subjects. It's a simple relationship. But if the Absolute is the very fabric of existence, and we are woven from that same fabric, then we share in the responsibility for how reality unfolds. It becomes much harder to say, God punished me. It becomes more honest to say, my choices, my state of awareness, my attention, they are part of the cosmic equation. I co-create my reality. That level of responsibility is terrifying for many. It's easier to be a child asking a celestial parent for help. So, the real spiritual awakening isn't found in shouting, I believe, from a rooftop, nor is it in cynically declaring, I don't believe. The true awakening is in daring to ask the transformative question. If I am an inseparable fragment of this Absolute, a wave in this cosmic ocean, how does that change the way I live my life right here, right now? How does it change the way I treat myself, my neighbor, and my world? That is the only question that matters. Thanks for watching. If this sparked something in you, follow for more. What if your mind is not a prison, but a control panel? Not a cage built inside reality, but the very interface through which reality speaks back to you. We often think of our consciousness as something trapped inside our skulls, just watching the world go by. But what if it's more? What if it's the most advanced piece of technology in the known universe? Think about the universe itself. How did it begin? Scientists now theorize that a universe can arise from literally nothing, as long as the laws of physics exist first. These laws, gravity, electromagnetism, quantum mechanics, they aren't physical objects. You can't touch them. They are the invisible architecture, the operating system that allows matter and energy to manifest. Now, apply that same idea to your own life. Your consciousness, with its unique patterns of thought, belief, and emotion, acts as a similar kind of architecture. It's the set of personal laws that shape how your reality solidifies, moment by moment. This isn't just a metaphor. It's written into our biology. Let's look at epigenetics. Your DNA isn't a fixed blueprint. It's more like a vast library of potential, with genes that can be switched on or off. What flips these switches? Your experience, your state of mind. Imagine an office worker, overwhelmed by stress. We can literally see the hormone cortisol flooding their system. This signal tells certain genes to activate, suppressing the immune system, increasing inflammation, and accelerating aging. Your stress isn't just a feeling. It's a command sent directly to your cellular hardware. But here's the beautiful part. This works both ways. When that same person practices meditation, finds a moment of calm presence, or feels genuine gratitude, a different set of signals is sent. The body reduces cortisol, releases beneficial hormones, and activates genes associated with cellular repair and longevity. Your state of being is not just in your head. It is actively speaking to your DNA, constantly rewriting your biological reality. This mirrors a fascinating concept from quantum physics, the observer effect. At the subatomic level, particles like electrons exist in a cloud of pure potential, a wave of possibilities. But the moment you observe them, the moment you measure them, that wave collapses into a single, definite particle in a specific location. Observation turns potential into actuality. Now, let's zoom out from the lab and apply this to your life. What you consistently observe, what you feed with your focus and attention, is what collapses from the field of infinite potential into your concrete, everyday world. Where your attention goes, reality hardens. This makes your attention the most valuable currency you possess. It's not just passive awareness. It's an active signal you are broadcasting into the field of reality. Every thought you repeat, every emotion you loop, isn't just neutral background noise. It's a vote. It's an instruction. When you constantly feed your attention to thoughts of fear, lack, and anxiety, you are, in a sense, voting for a reality defined by those states. You're tuning your receiver to the frequency of fear, and life will reflect that broadcast back to you. But when you intentionally direct your attention towards clarity, purpose, and possibility, you broadcast a different signal. The underlying field of intelligence seems to respond. This is where synchronicity comes in. That uncanny experience of thinking of someone, and they call you moments later. Finding the perfect book or article with the exact answer you needed, just when you needed it. These aren't random coincidences or magic. They can be seen as feedback from the system, the universe confirming that it has received your signal. It's the language of the field, showing you that you are in alignment. This leads to a powerful idea, that we might be living in a kind of soft simulation, not a prison designed by some external entity, but a user interface. When you look at your phone, you don't see the raw code and electricity. You see beautiful icons and apps. Similarly, your senses don't show you the raw, chaotic data of the quantum field. They present you with a stable, simplified model. Trees, chairs, other people. This interface isn't meant to deceive you. It's a training environment. It's a cosmic feedback loop designed for one purpose: to help you learn. To learn how your inner state shapes your outer perception. To learn how your choices alter your path. To learn that your inner world and the outer world are not separate, but are reflections of each other. The ultimate goal isn't to escape this reality. It's to master the interface. To understand the connection between your intention and the world that manifests around you. You are not trapped in a movie that someone else wrote. You are both the character on the screen and the one holding the remote. Life isn't just happening to you, it's answering you. So, what signal will you send today? Thank you for watching. Your life is not a test you're failing. It's a river you've been trying to live as a rusty, constricted pipe. You know that feeling, right? That constant, low-level tension. The sense that you have to hold everything together, to manage every outcome, to protect this fragile identity you've built. It's exhausting. You stare in the mirror, tired of the old stories you tell yourself, tired of the performance. But what if the goal was never to be a perfect, impenetrable container? What if your real purpose is to be an open channel? We live under the illusion that we own everything. Our successes, our failures, our image, our relationships. This belief in ownership is the source of all our fear. When you think you own something, you live in constant terror of losing it. You grip everything with white knuckles, trying to control the uncontrollable. Your hands are clenched into a fist, holding on so tightly. But there's another way to live. Imagine, just for a moment, that you are not the owner, but the conduit, a vessel through which life, creativity, and energy can flow. Suddenly, the pressure shifts. Your job isn't to control the river. It's just to be the riverbed. Your responsibility is to show up, to be present. But you can finally let go of the outcome. You can unclench that fist. This journey back to flow begins with a single, terrifying, liberating practice. Radical honesty. Not the kind of brutal honesty you use on others, but the deep, compassionate honesty you offer yourself. It means you stop pretending to be high-vied when you're drowning inside. You stop plastering a smile over a heart that's aching. The absolute, the universe, source, whatever you want to call it, doesn't need your performance. It doesn't need your perfection. It needs your raw, unfiltered truth. It needs you to admit when you're afraid, when you're envious, when you're exhausted, when you feel like a fraud. You don't have to build a new identity around these feelings, but you do have to acknowledge them. This honesty is the key that unlocks the flow. It's like finally tearing up the page you wrote in self-deception and letting the real story emerge. We need to talk about something called the secondary contraction. The first contraction is simply being born. We arrive in this world as a seemingly limited human being. That's just part of the game, a necessary and beautiful limitation. But then we add another layer. We choose to shrink even further. This is the secondary contraction. It's the masks we wear, the roles we play, the fake strength we project, even the spiritual personas we adopt to look enlightened. We build a fortress around our vulnerability, thinking it will keep us safe. But all it does is block the river. The good news is, this second layer is entirely optional, and you can choose right now to start letting it dissolve. It's not about destroying yourself. It's about unbecoming everything you are not. So how do we reopen the flow? This isn't about wishful thinking. It's about practice. It's about mechanics. Meditation is a powerful tool, not to empty your mind, but to watch how your mind lies to you. You sit and observe the stories, the fears, the judgments, without getting swept away. You see the mechanism of the ego. Visualization isn't just daydreaming. It's training your nervous system to inhabit a new reality. You give your body a felt sense of what it's like to be open, to be in flow, before it even happens. And gratitude. Gratitude is a deliberate, powerful act of tuning. You're not begging the universe for more. You're consciously shifting your focus from what's missing to the abundance that is already here. You are tuning your own signal, and this is the secret. It's not magic, it's mechanics. The less inner resistance you have, the clearer your signal becomes. The clearer your signal, the more directly and creatively reality can respond to you. The field of life doesn't respond to the words you say you want. It responds to the frequency you actually hold in your body. It responds to your being. When you are a blocked, rusty pipe, life feels like a struggle. When you begin to clear the debris of fear and self-deception, the river finds its course again. This isn't about escaping your life. It's about inhabiting it more fully than ever before. It's about being profoundly present in your work, your art, your relationships. It's making choices from a place of deep alignment, from a resonant yes that vibrates through your entire being, rather than a should that comes from guilt or obligation. You feel the energy moving through you as you create, as you work, as you connect with others. Action is no longer a strain, it's an overflow. You are not just in life. Life is flowing through you. Listen to this. You are not a product to be perfected. You are not a mistake to be fixed. You are not a broken machine. You are the absolute, the infinite intelligence of the cosmos, tasting itself as a human life for a little while. You are a divine experiment in form. The moment you stop pretending to be anything less, the moment you allow your authentic self to be seen, the river remembers how to flow. You remember how to flow. Thanks for watching. If this resonated, follow for more. If you're still here watching my videos, I want to say something simple. Thank you. In a world of endless noise and distractions, the fact that you choose to spend your time here means more than you can imagine. It means you're one of those rare people who wants to go deeper, question reality, and look inside yourself, not just outside. I'm honestly happy that there are people who share these interests, these questions, this search for meaning. So if you feel this space resonates with you, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with someone who might need it. Your support helps this content reach more people who are also quietly searching. Thank you for being here, really.